I have a twin sister. Her name's Cameron. She plays volleyball at Indiana University. And growing up, we've always been very competitive with one another. Actually, only 1 year we were on the same team together, but every other year we were always practicing across the net from each other every single day. So I think that really helped us both push each other to be able to play at the college level. It's definitely been hard just because we do have very similar schedules. We're always going to be playing on Friday and Saturday nights. So usually before the year, we kind of map out what games don't align and that we are able to watch one another. And I think that's really good because we've always been super supportive, and it really helps, coming after a really good win, you go to the locker room and you get a text, and I get a text from my twin saying, great job, just being really supportive. And it's really nice to have that person that gets volleyball and also is supportive of you too. So it's been really fun. I definitely try to watch as many games as I can. It's mostly online, but I have a couple times surprised her at her games and vice versa. She's driven to Evansville to come surprise me at my games too because it's closer to Indiana. So we definitely try to support each other in person as much as we can. Obviously we can't with our schedules, but I think we do a really good job of watching online all the time, anytime we can. So she actually came down to the Kentucky match when we went to the first round of the NCAA tournament, and both my parents were there too. And I just remember walking out to the crowd in that Kentucky game and hearing, "Go Laney!" And I look over and it was her, and I just had the biggest smile on my face because she had played at that venue earlier in her preseason, and then for her to come back and watch me, play a pretty good game against them. We're very similar yet different at the same time. I think we have kind of different personalities. We have the same competitive drive on the court and volleyball-wise, but off the court, we definitely have different personalities, but they definitely work together. We have a good connection with those personalities. My family is really athletic, so we were just in a lot of sports growing up. Obviously, my mom played volleyball, so she was kind of pushing us more towards volleyball. I think we started in 4th grade, but growing up, we kind of always heard about volleyball, and it was always in our lives, but we didn't start playing until we were in 4th grade. And my mom was actually my coach from 5th to 8th grade. So that was kind of fun, just having her introduce me to the sport. She was the one that really got me on my feet and gave me that passion for the sport. So I owe a lot to her for that. I also owe a lot to her for keeping me in the sport because actually when I was in 6th grade, I remember complaining every day that whenever I would pass the ball, it would hurt my arms, and I asked my mom, please let me quit, I don't like it. She's like, we're not quitters in this house, and she basically told me I couldn't quit, so I just kept with it, and I'm so grateful she did because I really did want to quit. But she's just been so supportive throughout my whole journey. She watches every single game. She comes to as many games as she can. She really just loves watching us play. So it's been so great having someone that actually understands the sport that you can talk to after the games about, and she's just incredible. Growing up, we definitely had a lot of mix-ups in school. A lot of our classmates couldn't tell the difference because we looked very similar, but I think once we got older into high school and into college, we became more of individuals and unique. So, and especially coming to SEMO, for the first time in my life, I was Laney, and I was not Laney or Cameron or getting confused. So I've definitely really tried to make a name for myself here and be my own person, and Cameron's done the same at Indiana. So it's really helped us a lot comparing wise, because we used to get compared a lot. Growing up, a lot of times we've always had questions, who's better, who's this, who's that, and that's hard as a twin because you obviously want to be supportive of your twin, but when people are constantly comparing you and putting you up against each other, it's really hard to form a bond. So I think that's why we've gotten a lot closer in college, because we are able to have our distance while also supporting each other, while also being our own person and making our own name at our own school.